Hello, Mrs. Nida.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, and so the rest of my family members are. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming to this virtual meeting today. And my name is Qihong and Claire's teacher in the Tri-Care Center. I'm so happy to have such wonderful child in our care, and we both have an opportunity to discuss and see Claire's progress.
Yes, of course. I feel so blessed, and thank you too that we work as a community partner and collaborate with each other, specifically when it comes to our child development for their successful future and well being.
Yeah, today we are going to share. I'm going to share some of my observation of care, and I will quickly go through Claire's developmental checklist and questionnaire, and then I will talk about the life skills she has displayed during my observations, and we
Mhm.
will also discuss Claire's strength, interests, and other areas that we need to set goals to work on. And please feel free to ask any questions related to Claire. I expect to know more about Claire at home so that I could better support her learning in our center.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Okay, so in my observation, Claire shows great interest on reading, drawing, and engaging in pretending play. She has great interest in My Little Pony and Captain Underpants. Claire made a tea picnic party
Yeah.
for her My Little Pony friends. It surprised me that she also picked some white flowers to make a royal bouquet for the tea party. I asked her where was she got the idea from. She told me it was from the book. Claire
Mhm.
also liked to draw. She spent a lot of time on drawing during free playtime. She
Yeah.
knows how to use speech bubble to make dialogues on her drawing. Claire, Claire is really focusing on details. When she was drawing a jumpsuit for you, and she included so many details, and the flowers, the how to make it pretty, and what kind of flowers on it, and how to decorate it, and even what fabrics should it be. Her fine motor skill is excellent, and that allowed her to draw so many small details.
Yeah. So carry on, please.
Yeah, and let's we did age and stage questionnaires and the NDDS, which also known as the Loxi checklist with Claire. And these
Yeah.
developmental questionnaires and checklists are decided to help monitor children's development. And Claire is doing great on all the developmental areas. Her hearing, vision, motors are good, and she has excellent fine motor skill, as you know. She expect her expression and communications are great as well.
Mm, okay.
Uh, she in my observation, Claire, she has demonstrated the skill of focus and self-controls by she's building her concept of healthy. Mm,
Mhm.
when she know what kinds of food is healthy, what kinds of food is not healthy, and
Yeah.
she thinks that the vegetables are healthier than those snacks. So she could inhibit her desire to eat snacks, and she thinks snack and desserts left at the end to eat, and
Yeah.
she could focus on the play for more than an hour. That's she could really control and focus herself during the
Yeah,
play.
it's quite been long time, and it's good for her as well.
Yeah,
And she stays focused for a long time. Yeah, I'm so glad.
yes, that's a skill that she like doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
And Claire also has the skill of perspective taking. She's taking her mommy's thinking, your thinking and feeling into consideration, which means when she's making that dress for you, and she think what her mommy thinks is pretty, and she made a jumpsuit, and because mommy think the jumpsuit is make you feel young.
Yeah, it's not female dress. Yeah, I know she has, yeah,
Yeah.
come on that.
So her communicating skill is great too, because she could use multi language to write and to draw, and she could communicate with friends with me fluently.
Yeah, she loves writing, drawing, and through this activity, she communicates. Yeah, well,
Yeah. She's also like making connections, and she learned through making connections too, and she kind of correcting and organizing, sorting those message, and to make connection with her
yeah,
favorite characters from the books, and she could present one thing to another as well, and find out the similarity. For example, the Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony and the Captain Underpants, they have the similarity, because they both
yeah,
silly.
yeah, I understand. Oh, that's great.
So she could like make logical connection from her daily diet to the pony's diet, or predict the outcome of good and bad and diet habits. That means she's in the process of logical reasonings, like like critical thinkings. And
Yeah.
involve her hyper-emphasizing and exploring, gathering, and reframing the knowledge and how to be healthy.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's something that I didn't aware of it. And thank you for sharing this for me to me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and she also said, I think the skill of taking challenges may be a little bit challenging for her for right now. And
Yeah.
because when she was drawing like the boy characters, and she asked daddy's help to join, because she thought she 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 got the mindset, and she believed that girls are pretty and boys are silly, and she doesn't want to join
Yes, of
doesn't
course.
want
She
to
has
join.
always, yeah, such concept. And she always, keep in mind that boys are always silly, girls are pretty.
Yeah,
So yeah,
she
I
only want
understand.
to draw the
Yeah.
pretty things.
Yeah, you are right. Yes.
Yeah. And Claire is like, she has the skill of self-directed learning, and
Mm-hmm.
if she doesn't know something, she will check the book or or go to find it. She's very good at engage learning by herself.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Okay, Claire, she has excellent skill of imagination and creations in her learning experience. Her interest, she's very has great interest in reading, drawing, or pretending play. She
Mm.
can integrate those her favorite characters into her drawing and pretending plays. In all her drawings and pretending plays, she mix those characters together and create something new.
Yes. Oh,
And
that's
she
great.
could also very clear use verbal or non-verbal like writing, use the speech bubble to write communication to express her ideas during her drawing.
Yeah.
She 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 is really focused on details too. She use descriptive language to explain and making connections of those like the characters in her play.
Yes, yes, of course. She's good in using language skills. She's, I mean, very excellent language skills she has, and she expresses herself in very good
Yeah.
way.
And let's see. And so I also noticed that Claire can focus on one thing for a long time. For example, she could concentrate on drawing or reading for more than 1 hour. It seems she doesn't like anybody interrupt her. It could
Mhm.
frustrate her when I ask her to move to the next activity. So is Claire doing the same at home?
Yes, she spends a lot of time on drawing and reading, as we discussed. She doesn't like us to bother her when she was reading and drawing, especially. If we ask her to come have dinner, she will scream at us. Yeah,
Oh,
she does at home. Yeah.
so do you have any strategy to support her transition from one activity to another at home?
Yes, of course, because I gave her a reminder before asking her to move to another activity or another thing. For example, I'll tell her after 10 minutes we are going to have dinner. So sometime I will let her know to make a plan for the day, and I will let her know what to expect or anticipate what's coming next during the day.
Oh, that's very helpful. So I
Yeah.
think in the future I will try those strategy to support her.
Yes, yes, of course. You can try it at school as well. So I'm in your daycare. So she will have the better idea what come next by making schedule or plan.
Yes, yes, that will be very helpful.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that Claire asked her daddy to draw Captain Underpants for her. So it seems she doesn't like to draw boy characters.
Yes, yes, it's challenging for Clara to draw a boy character since she believes that girls are pretty and the boys are slee. She's also picked those things on the book as well. And sometimes she throws the book to the garbage because she thinks that book is boring. And sometimes we ask her to do something she never tried before. She refused and said, those are boring. I don't know where she gets those mindset. I don't understand that.
Yeah, some kids they do like that, and but some research they show that children who has a fixed mindset,
Oh,
they are not willing to take on challenges. So
oh,
for supporting Claire to develop a growth mindset, we could do like this. For example, whenever Claire draws something new, we can say you are trying something new instead of your drawing is beautiful.
oh, that's helpful. That's helpful. Yeah.
So does Claire like outdoor activities? Because I noticed she spent a long time for drawing and writing.
Yeah. So actually, she likes to play with her friends in the playground. However, she is the only child in our family. It's not easy to get friend to play outside every day. And we try to bring her out 2 to 3 times a day because she loves reading and drawing, which means she will still sit there for a long time. So we know that it's not a good to be sedentary, and we worry about her vision as well.
Okay, so as thank you for the information. This reminds me that we should plan more activities to keep
Yeah,
Claire active in the outdoor playground. We can plan more uh, something to keep her active outside.
yeah, definitely.
So I want to listen to your view. How do you see your child? How do you see Claire concentrating her temperament, social interaction, and adaptations now since the time when she joined in our daycare first time?
Yeah, as you know that she is our only child in the family and she's slow to warm, considering her temperament. And for that, she takes time to get along with people and adjust in new environment. Since she's very well adjusted here in your daycare community, now I can see my child's social skills are illuminating as she grows, getting such responsive environment by her significant adults. So I'm quite happy.
Yeah, yeah. Since temperament can be nurtured by our way of interaction and how we respond to try to give your child time to get used to new situation or environment and not acknowledge all of your child's emotions, listen to her because children are no different than us. They also need to be listened carefully. Try to make routines as children thrive on routines. It makes their daily life feel predictable. And so focus on positive, encourage Claire as it nurtures her confidence and sense of self, and they feel motivated and develop leadership skills.
Oh, I would love to practice all those strategies you mentioned, and it looks so helpful to me as well. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, today we talk about my observation of Carol, and she was doing great on her developmental checklist and questionnaires. And we have talked about her life skills, strength, and interests, and the areas that we need to set goals to work on. And thank you very much for coming to this meeting. I appreciated the information and feedback from you. And it helps me to know more about Claire so that I can better support her learning in our center.
Yeah, I truly appreciate your effort. And throughout in our meeting, you were able to provide valuable insights into clearer progress. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Okay,
Have a
bye.
very good day.
You too, you too. Okay, bye. See you.
Bye.